I know you're gonna dig this.
Yep. Okay. Good to go. Good to go. Good to go. Let's get ready to rumble.
Wagwan, everyone.
What's up, everybody? What's up?
This episode is called "Oh, Jesus is a Fire," because we are about to cause some trouble. Rochelle, Ali is off. He's fasting from social media.
Yeah, pushing him all the best. Yes.
So Rochelle brought her friend in here, and they are about to tear up our podcast. So guys, if anything that you guys hear tonight you do not like, this is Rochelle's fault.
I love that. I love the blame already. I love that. Thank you. I appreciate that. Thank you.
We gotta get
I'm a chest broad. I can take it. Okay. My girlfriend is in the house. I know she got my back. So we're in here. Okay.
So we got our resident guest, Mr. Why you put the name back, man?
Listen, man.
His Imperial Pimp Juiciness Raz the First. And I'm saying that off of memory. I listened to that podcast.
Andre, I think there was more in that name though, but it's
probably,
okay.
But it's from memory. So
that's it. His Imperial Juiciness Raz the First.
All right. I listened to those episodes like 4 times. So that name is ingrained. Anyway, so we got Mr. His Imperial Pimp Juiciness, and then we have Tracy. Tracy, how you doing? Thank you for coming on.
I am doing great. Thank you for having me.
Wonderful. So, the real title of this episode is, why are you guys keep stressing your women about sex if y'all can't please them?
That was not the name you sent me, Andre. You said if you can't last long, please.
It's basically the same thing.
Okay, so
no, it's not. It's not.
Let's do it again. Why
you can work wonders in 5 minutes?
Can we start before? Why are you guys stressing your women if you can't last long? I'm almost certain that's not what I said, but it sounds like that in your head. So
but it's in that sphere. It's in the sphere of providing the experience.
I prefer to not please them because, as you rightfully say, your Majesty, your Imperial Highness.
Yes,
you can work wonders in 5 minutes.
So, all right. Let me put the name back on so we don't.
Thank you very much. So Rochelle, Miss Esteburn, Mrs. Esteburn. Can you give us your thoughts on that topic?
I think you and Mr. Maxwell should go first because you're the one stressing out the woman and you're not lasting long. I don't think
Yo.
I'm just saying.
Wait a minute.
No, you know what? I'll take that.
Mr. Maxwell said it loud and proud. He said, I stay 5 minutes. He said, I can do a lot.
Hold up.
In 5 minutes.
See, we here are using a whole lot of general statements here. His Imperial Pimp Juiciness Raz the First speaks entirely for himself. So, His Imperial, could you please tell us about your 5-minute magic sessions, please?
Oh, okay. My 5-minute magic sessions are legendary, first of all.
By whose standards? But anyway, continue. It's okay.
Anyone I've encountered, ask about me. They know me in these streets.
Urban legend. Urban legend.
I've since retired. I've been out the streets for the better part of 14 years. Just, babe, ignore that.
Facts news.
Yeah. I can't speak to, well, I can. You know what? Because I'm sure when I was younger, I was that guy. I think most men are that guy when they're younger. We don't know what we're doing. And we don't even think about, is it even pleasurable to a woman? It's our ego just has this thought that we're in there, so she's enjoying it. So most of our thought process around sex is not really that of pleasure and that of our partner. It's really we in there for self. So we run around, ram, jam, poke, and all that kind of stuff. So, I mean, I can't speak to. I think a woman has more to speak on this because as a man, I'm not that guy. I haven't been that guy since like 23. I'm 45. I mean, I was okay up until 23, but at 23, I hooked up with a 36-year-old and she put me to school. And from that point forward, it was on. It was on. Like, she broke me down. She was like, listen. First of all, you ain't gonna be doing with me what you was doing with all them hoes. Everybody's different. Everybody needs something different. So, and she put me to school. I figured her stuff out, and I took that moving forward from then on. So every woman I encountered after that, I want to say the first 2, maybe 3 times we're intimate, I don't even think about having an orgasm. I'm studying. I'm learning. I'm paying attention to breathing, sounds, skin temperature, flinches. Like I'm studying. I'm getting all the feedback I can from the person, what they like, what they don't like. So by like the 3rd encounter or so, you got problems. Because you don't have to tell me. I was studying, I was paying attention. So then they're just shortcuts at that point, because then I don't need, when I'm studying, you'll get like 45 minutes or so, whatever. But once I know the course, nah, son. All you need is like 6. So you need like, because listen, once you get that was the point. And if you want to go for round 2, we can do that. But the whole point was for you to actually receive the benefit of the encounter. The same way I do. And my rules are very simple. She goes first, then I go. That's it. So you get yours, and when you get yours, I'm gonna get mine. I'm like 30 seconds to 2 minutes behind you. So depending on how greedy I feel at the moment.
So it's funny. I'm not.
So I can't really speak on it. I think we have 2 women. They've probably experienced that foolishness.
Well, she asked us to go first, so.
Well, she said because I talked about my 5-minute magic,
Well, so look, I'm not gonna.
But my 5 minutes is magic.
I've heard women talk a lot about. I'm still astonished sometimes when I hear some stuff because
it's rough out there.
Man, look, I am surprised when I hear I hear so much that I have now assumed that all these dudes are lying. Like,
oh yeah, you can take that to the bank.
80% of these dudes
take that to the bank. Take that to the bank.
So now, when I hear women talk, I'm just like sorry, because I'm like, like I can't help y'all, right? Because I'm off the market. But I'm just saying, like, y'all, these guys out here, I don't like. Is there some? It is Imperial.
Yes.
I think you toyed with the idea of doing a class.
I did.
As the class, I think it's something you should do. Look, that's for you and your partner to talk about. Listen, but I think it's something you should think about heavily. because it's a service to humanity, baby. Not only are you helping the guys, you're helping the women reach I mean, the way you talking, you sound like you're a walking solar system. They just be seeing stars in 5 minutes.
Well, not the first time.
Damn.
The first time is homework. The first time is homework. I can't guarantee the first time. I can't guarantee it. I might get away with it. Because I'm with any skill with practice, you get better at it. So you get better at reading signals and but I would say this. I was gonna say I had a nightmare when I was doing the research about what was happening with finding out so many women are not satisfied sexually. Like the number was staggering to me. It was like 75%, somewhere up there, of women that don't have orgasms.
That ain't Rochelle. You heard that episode, Rochelle.
Listen, that's fine. I'm not putting it on her. Of course, if it was 100%, then that'd be different. But 75%, right, bro? I had a nightmare that I got dragged out into the middle of the road and shot by a gang of women who were just angry, who were sexually frustrated. Whoa. At men that were just like, yo, y'all ain't nothing. You've
been putting some serious thought into this.
Listen, no, I felt bad, man. Those numbers were painful. I was like, damn. Like, I really thought, I was like, dudes need to be shot. That was my psychological response to the data that I was processing. Like, yo, they really need to start dragging dudes out in the street and just putting them out. You're like, you can't be spreading this kind of misery.
Did you know the worst thing about that is that these dudes be the one that are just trying to give it to everybody? Like, go sit down with your little unsatisfying ass.
Not all.
You know what?
Some, not all. I can say that. Some.
No.
Majority of them.
His imperial pimp juiciness.
Mm-hmm.
Let me tell you. You said something earlier about ego.
Wait, you know him from the streets, Tracy?
Oh no.
I don't know, Tracy. If you know him, you know him.
I don't know.
No, we have not had the pleasure in this lifetime.
You heard about it, Tracy. You heard about it, Tracy.
You know what? Ego is a big thing because I had a conversation earlier this morning with an ex, and he's trying to get back with me, and I'm like, sir, I can't go there because you don't know what you're doing.
Denied.
And he's like, oh, that hurt. I'm like, no, you are actually hurting me instead of pleasing me.
Denied.
You're talking about 30 minutes of pain. I did not open up for pain. I want to be pleasured, and you're giving me pain. And his thing is, oh, I give you pain, then pleasure. Boo-boo. I don't want that. So, and he's 50.
Bruh.
It's not like he's a 30-year-old, 20-year-old man.
This problem has existed for
trying to prove. I'm like, you don't need to prove anything to me at your age. We both know that, okay, you've been there, you've done that, you've been in the streets.
He hasn't.
Why are you trying to prove something to me at this age? You don't need to.
I would say,
and I'm good. 2 minutes of, oh my, and I'm good. Not 30 minutes of, toppy hurt, stop.
Damn.
No.
So Mike wasn't off with his 5 minutes, you're saying?
No, it can be fun.
I can take 5 minutes off, oh my God, and have to reach for my inhaler. Trust me.
Yeah.
Give me my 5 minutes and I have to reach for my pump, I'm good.
So I agree with Tracy. I think a lot of men, it's just their ego. And I think for them, it's just getting it. It doesn't matter the quality of it. It's just, oh, I got it, right? I got some. And not necessarily, but was she satisfied? Was it good? Did I actually do anything? I don't think, and I think a lot of men are not even at that place yet. Just like how people can be woke when it comes to social justice issues, I think a lot of men are not woke sexually, right?
We're not.
That's
so
where I come in.
I have to claim it. We're not.
Yeah.
That's where we come in.
And that is the biggest problem. Because a lot of men think they're woke. Nigga, you're not doing nothing. What is you doing?
We need to let them know. I don't have a problem.
See?
Tracy, girl.
I was going right there.
Right there. Listen.
I'm sorry.
But I believe a lot of older women, I don't think they knew that they needed to be pleased. I think they just knew that they need to have children. I don't think they knew like, oh, we're supposed to have pleasure. Like, oh my God. I spoke to older women and they didn't even know that women would have orgasms. They didn't even know what an orgasm was.
No.
Because all the man did was go in and jump up and wreck it and they just get pregnant and just have these kids. That's it. Right? There was no pleasure. There was no knowing your partner, knowing how to let certain parts of the body sing. And it doesn't have to be penis all the time.
She said, sing, son. She said, sing.
Thank you, Jesus. Thank you, Jesus, for my mother.
Okay, you should be up in there having holy spirit activate.
They schooled me.
Uh-huh.
Gentlemen, I need to ask a question. I have a son. He's 21, and we have this conversation all the time. And I like to explain to him that, listen, you have to please your girl, or else she's gonna step out on you. You have to do what you have to do. And as he's my only child, I don't want to see him in his room stressed, depressed because, oh, mommy, my girl cheated on me.
Well, I mean,
they're not doing sexually, because I mean there are other ways to please women, but sexually, are you pleasing your girlfriend? And I'm very open with these conversations with my son, because I think that these are things that he needs to learn from women. Because some men out there are going to tell them, yo, son, just go in there, you slam bomb and thank you, man. No, I have to, tell them like, son, you have to caress.
So here's the thing.
Mold, and you have to.
Guilty over there.
Here's the thing.
Rochelle?
Pastor Ennis, guilty over there.
So here's the thing, right? Y'all got to take responsibility for that.
That's what she said.
Hold on. You got Little Kim. You got Lady Saw. You got Patra. You got Trina. You got all of these.
Tracy.
Well, you got all these women out there, right? That are doing music saying they want guys to beat it up, right? Then you have the guys out there saying they've been beating it up. So you as a youngster growing up, you're thinking, that's what I'm supposed to do. I'm supposed to beat it up. So you go in thinking, we're like, this is MMA. If it's not swollen when I'm done, I didn't do my job. Right?
You're right.
Yeah. So until the women, like, I'm not gonna lie, I'm guilty. My wife cursed me out. She was like, y'all Jamaicans, blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, what's your problem? This is what everybody told me I'm supposed to do.
I'm a monster.
Yazid.
Cross, hangry, miserable.
So it wasn't like you said it. The women have to let the guys know that, hey, you're not pleasing me. And like His Imperial said, you have to study. You gotta start doing your homework. You gotta start seeing, like, once I got my legs underneath me and found out that, all right, thumping it up, beating it up is not what is required. Like, my measurements is how many times you get yours before I get mine. It's not even like, help her get hers. It's, you only got one, two, one. Damn. All right. Next time I got you. You know what I mean? That's how I measure myself. I know about.
You're gonna do it right now. We're not finished. We're talking about next time. Right now. There are other ways. We're getting it right now.
Didn't His Imperial tell you?
Ain't nobody sleeping tonight. Ain't nobody sleeping.
Jeans kick in right after, and you supposed.
You're not gonna sleep. I kick you off the bed. That's just me. Like, I'm serious.
They keep forgetting there's several ways to please a woman.
Put your money where your mouth there.
That's what I'm saying, Tracy. You don't have to go another time. There are other ways that we can get this done.
Ladies, please.
Okay.
Him juiciness, get him, please.
Listen, I'm
not get him. I don't know about get him. I don't know. Please don't have them descend on me. No. I'm not strong enough. The weapons formed against me will prosper. But I there's a lot to what Andre just said, as far as like culture, or I want to say media, plays a role. And unfortunately, the issue is, man, all right, I'm going to give them a plug. I think one of the best TV shows I've watched that kind of covers some of this stuff is on Netflix called Sex Education. If you haven't seen that show, they're 3 seasons deep. It's basically about high school kids coming into sexual activity, and it really tackles a lot. But most of it is about empowering yourself, finding out the differences, and people just owning their sexuality. I think the problem we have as a society, kids learn about sex without proper guidance or good advice. And because sex is perceived as a male-driven thing, a lot of young ladies, before they even figure out what they like, what they want, they're basically just pin cushions. So what happens, that actually, it programs both of them, the young women and the young men, to a certain unhealthy practice in sex, which is the woman's pleasure is irrelevant. Her job is to, like, that's what he wants. That's how I show him I like him, whatever, blah, blah, blah. I should just be happy with it that he's focused on me, whatever. And then they lie. They say they enjoyed themselves and whatever, blah, 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 for fear of damaging the male ego and then being rejected. So these boys and these girls practice very unhealthy sex habits. And by the time they get to young adulthood, that's how you get that number that is crazy, like 75% of women don't have orgasms, is because a lot of the women who started having sex at an early time don't even have a healthy experience with sex. And then the boys who are having sex with them, it kind of locks in that behavior of just whatever, I got mine and I'm good. So we all get into adulthood. Women are used to not feeling pleasure per se, because some of it is pleasurable, but just, without the orgasm, whatever. And then the men are in their heads like, yeah, I'm killing it. So I would say, I don't know if I can save the teenagers, but I would say to a woman, if you are like 18, 19, 20, like college, fresh, young stuff, and you come across somebody that ain't doing nothing, you can tell him. Like, I say the best way to teach a man is to destroy his ego.
Denied.
Crush it. No, really. Crush it. Like, bro, you ain't doing nothing. You ain't doing nothing. You know what I'm saying? And then, because the ego then has 2 choices. I can reject it outright and walk away. That's fine. Or I can try to prove you wrong. But in order for me to prove you wrong, that means I'd have to learn. That means I'd actually have to pay attention. Now I got something to prove. But the only way, since you're the teacher and you're the one who has to give me the grade, I now have to do what you say. And that's how I think a lot of women will be able to teach men, because only women can teach men how to please them as a group and as individuals. We don't know how. I can't tell a dude what to do. I really can't. The only thing I can tell him to do is listen. That's it. If you're not listening to her, you done. You done. There's nothing I can do for you. I can tell you how fast to go, how slow to go. I can't tell you any of that because every woman is different. You won't have to figure that out with the woman you're with. So all I can tell you, listen, look, listen, pay attention. That's it. Because we're easy. I can get mine in 2 minutes if I needed to. We're easy. It ain't hard.
Growing up too, sex, as you said, is cultural too. Sex was the ultimate sin. So, when you're young and you're sneaking around and getting a 1, 2, 3 juke and you just get a quick come and you're out, you're done. You just pick up the skirt, pull down the zip, and you're out,
Sneaking in the church basement.
Huh? I mean, I have fast friends.
I don't care. I did it.
Don't talk about Rochelle like that. Tracy.
Listen, I didn't stand for you.
Shot fired.
I didn't stand for you. Andre, speak for
She said
yourself.
she got fast
Speak for
friends.
yourself.
She said
Speak
she
for
got
yourself,
fast
Andre.
friends.
But no,
Yo.
on a serious note though, I mean, you know, you would go to church because trust me, that we were all raised in church. So we would go to church and you would sneak it behind the church or sneak it under the church cellar and, you know, behind the school, and you just run home because, you know, you didn't get time to learn your body. The boys didn't get time to learn their bodies or learn about you. They just wanted to do one and tell their friends like, yo, I'm not that one or I'm not this one. So that was also a problem. And we grew up doing the same thing.
I wasn't telling nobody nothing. I was secretive with mine.
Oh, a lot of boys. That's why I had a lot of boyfriends because they would tell me everything. I was one of the boys. I was one of the boys.
Were you?
For real. So yeah, no. I was just one of the boys. I grew up a tomboy. I was one of the boys.
Mhm.
Yeah, I got
Mhm.
my name.
So I don't know why y'all sitting here defending all these corny dudes that ain't the Tracy. You don't have to answer if you don't want to. Have a guy brought you to the promised land?
Yes.
Yes? Hallelujah.
She said that like she just had a flashback.
I just did.
Hallelujah. Hallelujah. Rochelle, I know
Yes,
you said
sir.
what you said in the other episode.
Get your surgery.
Yes. Has guys brought you to the promised land?
I will not accept anything less.
Yes,
What
sir.
is the reason we're here? We're here to go there.
All
So
right.
if we didn't
Listen,
go there, then we're not here.
I'm just making sure. It's not like I can do anything about it. But I'm
Ain't
just
nobody
making
ever
sure.
wasted your time. This is
I'm
what we
just-
talk. Ain't nobody ever wasted
Ain't
your time
nobody
You
wasting
know
my
what I
time.
realized?
ever in life.
Hold on. Yeah. No. Yes.
Okay.
Of course. And I marked that off. I was like, that didn't even count. That one didn't even. What is it? Poor baby.
Like that don't even count.
that one don't even count. I take it off.
She's like, you're not even. I don't count this body. So Tracy, you got an artificial body count. We can't trust you.
No, you
You're
said
like, you don't
I've
count.
never been brought to, and I answered that question. I have been.
Mhm.
And I've also said that I've been like, get up, dog. You're not doing what you're supposed to get up. I've also said that. I've been disappointed. I'm like, oh my God. But anyway, I've noticed that the younger men, because this was the younger guy, and he knows what he knows he's still in the present. He knows what he's doing. The older guy had no clue. He was like, bam, bam,
Hold
bam.
on.
I'm like, oh,
Listen. So
my youth, you're not plow no land.
listen. So there's a myth, because I like to play devil's advocate. I advocate for the ladies getting with the younger dudes. I'm a fan of that because I think you can teach him, and if you don't stick with him, he can take that knowledge on, and you've done a favor to all the women he's going to encounter after you.
Humanity.
Yes,
Humanity, yeah.
you brought him to school. You brought him to school.
To
So I
womanity, not to just man, to womanity.
Yeah, he ain't gonna tell his friends nothing. Like sometimes his ego may not allow him to be truthful to his friends. Be like, I ain't know what I was doing. I ain't got no shame. I'll be like, up until my early 20s, I ain't know what I was doing. I lucked out a couple times, but to be able to do something consistently, whatever. But it wasn't until I was brought to school by somebody who was significantly older than me, who was aware of what she needed, what she desired, what she wanted, that I had a paradigm shift after that relationship. And it's just been cool since. With regard to the young man, I think it goes both ways. I think an older woman is excited to be attractive to a younger man. I think there's a little bit, because sex is not just physical, a lot of it is mental too. So I think there's a plus, for a younger man, for an older woman, not old, but older woman, and a younger man is trying to roll up on her. I think that does something for her ego. I think that already puts her in a good place. Physically, I think that already puts her in a good place. So he's already getting a couple points before y'all even start. Second, I think because there's a difference in age, there's a certain respect that he's going to give there's going to be a certain level of, I wouldn't say submission, cooperation, whatever it is. There's some respect that you're going to get. He's not going to roll you over. He's not even going to try to. He's not going to think to, because there's a reverence that he's going to give that your peer may not necessarily. So the experience itself would be a little better. You might find a young person because they might be a little more attentive. They might, ask a couple questions because they might have, a little insecurity. Be like, yo, this woman might be about ready to break my back. I don't know. So I'm not going to run up in here like I'm King Dingaling. I'm actually gonna feel her out a little bit, and then it actually becomes a great encounter versus, I got this, yo. Open them legs. Let me bring home the hammer.
And you know what? I agree. And I also know that you said something that is really good. For women, it starts in our mind, right? Everything, it doesn't just happen in the bedroom, right? Or wherever you're going to be, right? It starts in the mind. So if you're able to captivate your partner's mind and bring her to a place, you could just touch her. And that will bring her to the promised land, right? So it all starts in the mind. And I think...
You
and it's just visual.
No,
and I'm like,
Andre, that is not...
Like, I'll smash that.
Andre, if you have that woman's mind, I'm telling you, it doesn't matter the size. It don't matter nothing.
I disagree.
You disagree? Okay, Tracy, for you. Go ahead.
I'm the mind and you disappoint me in the bedroom and I pout. I'm like, for real right now? I just wasted my time. I wasted my entire lungs and oxygen on this.
Listen. You got to use your asthma pump. You right. You should. You almost died for nothing. I get it.
Me wheezing for nothing.
Look, y'all going back in time. We got young women out here with young men out here. And these young men out here ain't doing jack and the women ain't telling them. Period.
That's really what is the issue.
I didn't hear that. Could you repeat it?
I said, you guys went back in time and we're talking about older women and what culture was then. I'm thinking about now these dudes aren't doing what they're supposed to do, because a lot of those statistics that Michael was talking about, the 75%, that's including young people today. The reason I asked you guys is if you guys have been to the promised land is because there are women, young women out there, I've seen them talking about it, where they're like, I've met one. I've met one that never had an orgasm during sex. She needed other methods to get to. And you remember I told you about it, Mike? Right?
I had a friend that I reached out to because I was talking. She was a younger woman, so I was like, "Hey, dude, it was heartbreaking."
Never.
There wasn't one that I contacted that was like, "Yeah."
Rochelle said something about it being mental first, because I have a very close friend. She's 28, and she has never experienced it with her husband. And she stepped out and she came back and she was like, girl, I'm stuck. I'm like, you better not stuck. I know she's never experienced it with her husband. And it got to the point now where she's like, yo, I'm gonna leave. I can't do this. I can't do this. I'm gonna keep cheating on him. I'm out.
Did she tell him? Did she tell him though?
What's she gonna tell him?
Bro, we gotta fix this thing.
Nothing. Don't tell that man nothing. Leave.
I'm telling him.
Leave.
I don't know what to do.
Leave.
What's that again?
Leave.
Hold on, Mike. You're saying she didn't tell him?
Yeah. Oh, trust me, she's like me. She's like, yo, bro, you're not doing what you're supposed to.
And he wasn't.
I mean, he tried everything. He can't perform here. He can't do anything.
Jeez. No, then she got to sign him up to a class, because they got classes, man. They got
They do.
Listen, they got classes. What?
These young people ain't got time for that.
Listen.
But
listen.
then she
Listen,
gotta
right?
go, I guess.
Here's the problem. Unfortunately, damn. Can I say this? All right, I have to censor my language. 'Cause I'm just. These F boys out here are dangerous. They winning. So you mess around and let an F boy get his hands on your wife, you in trouble. Because he don't care about your relationship. You gonna mash up your home. You gonna try to compare your husband to that man. It's not gonna end well for your husband. And if you're not interested in bro, somebody already got you there while you were in that relationship. Oh, that's bad. I would leave. I wouldn't want you after that myself. I don't want you after that.
Advocating.
Listen, that's why we don't cheat, you know.
Listen, understand this. That image, that experience is the neurons, the pathways that have been created in her brain. Regard that, bro. Nah, throw the whole thing away.
That's but
Because you
what-
can't go back because you're, as you said, the neurons are clicking. That's what she wants. That's the high that is there. That's the standard that has been
And she's
set now.
also attached that experience to that person in such a strong contrast to her partner. It's a wrap. Just bro, nah. She needs to do. She can't tell him about the experience. She can't
Of
tell him
course
another.
not.
Huh?
She cheated on him. She can't tell him.
I mean, she could, but I would
The only
leave.
thing she could say is like, oh, my ex. And then this, as you said, crush his ego. Oh, my ex did
You
this.
need to know. Listen, when I first got with my wife, I mean, I would get on the train holding her hands. I'm in a good mood, going to work, and she would bring up last night, and I'm like, what happened last night? yo, when I tell you the whole train ride to work, like yo, think about when you hit your puppy and he's like, that's me. The whole damn train ride to work. Then I'm thinking about this joint. Listen. This took a lot of work, a lot of homework, a lot of research to get me where I am today. Y'all women, let me blame the victim here. Y'all have a role to play in your pleasure. All right? So y'all keep lying to these men, and then the cycle is just gonna keep repeating itself.
I mean, how old is the husband? I want to know about this story. How old is the husband?
28, she said.
I think he's a year or two older. He's like 30.
Yeah.
I want to know his background because
I don't know how these dudes like their goal isn't to get her there.
75% is a huge number. That means as many as men that are in relationships with these people, the number is staggering. It's just bro.
I'm
it's
gonna side
literally
with
like
Rochelle. I'm gonna side with Rochelle on this one. Rochelle, every time I pull into a gas station and you go to pay for gas or you want to pick up some candy, if you look behind the attendant, the amount of sex paraphernalia on that wall, them pills,
that ain't enough. That ain't enough, bro. You know what's worse? These little guys will go out there and they'll get the Rogaine, not the Rogaine, the blue pills or whatever.
Yeah.
It just makes the pain. It just makes the crime spree longer. That's all it does. It just is a longer crime spree. Because if you don't know what you're doing, it don't matter if you can go for 3 days. It's still 3 days of crime.
I agree.
All of that stuff don't mean anything if you are like, nah, man. I will say it's on the women and it's on the dudes have to be receptive, but it definitely is not and it's definitely on the women. The men have to be receptive. The women have to be upfront. They have to be honest. And honestly, you got to be willing to lose a dude. What you fighting for? Like if his
Especially
ego is
if you
crushed,
ain't
Are you
going
gonna
there.
fight? Exactly. You're gonna fight for something that's whacked.
so I'm just like, what are you afraid of at this point? If
Right.
y'all ain't married, if y'all dating and y'all ain't married, there's no reason in the world to be like a pincushion. None.
First of all, if I'm gonna get married to nobody, listen, I gotta test drive because I gotta make sure you know how to drive.
You know they're
before-
gonna stone you in church for saying that.
I don't care. Half the people in church, they already test drive everybody in the church already. Come for me.
They ended up telling a deaconess in my church the same thing. She was like, I hope you're not up there having sex with Kirk. I said, then if me not fuck Kirk, who gonna come?
Who is gonna do? You gonna do it for me? Watch you do it. Okay. So we're not going to talk about that. Half of these deaconesses in church, they have 6 baby father, and none of them not married to nobody. Anyway, back to it. Okay. Back to what I was saying.
That's when you bring, and I believe you can bring toys in the bedroom too. Like, okay,
No,
baby.
I am an advocate. Tracy, you know, I am the advocate. Okay, I am the
Yo,
advocate.
did you hear
Listen,
the episode where
Listen,
she said
I'm also
she
a
was-
member. I'm also a member. We got those too.
That
Did you
is
hear-
what makes it fun. And as I said, it's not one way to scale a fish.
I got playing
That's
cards.
why, and that's why when Andre was like, "Oh, tomorrow," I was like, "What is you saying?"
Hold on, Andre.
We
When
didn't even know
when
tomorrow.
Rochelle texted me and she's like, so Tracy, this is gonna be the topic. I'm like, I'm in. Because you know that's my topic. So I hope this is not TMI. So
No.
today when I went to get my vaginal, I was talking about it to the lady. And
Hold
I was
up.
like,
You ain't got what?
topic. Oh yeah,
No,
you
wait,
gotta
wait.
bring all these things.
What
No. I want to hear what she said. What did she
I
say?
don't know what a vaginal is. I'm trying to understand what you're talking
Oh,
about.
you ain't got wax or something?
You get wax and all the
Oh,
nice
see,
steam
y'all
and
using
everything
lingo.
like
I'm not
have
in
a
the
facial.
streets. I don't know what's going on. I don't have
Bro,
one of those, man.
You should try it. I got wax once. You should try it.
Anyway, so yeah, these are things.
Thank
as
you, Tracy.
women,
Listen.
as
Listen.
women, these are things we need to bring in the bedroom because we're getting our things together. And the men, when you have these things, I'm like, psh, and he sees that smooth baby butt, you're like, he knows it's not time to play boo boo. We gotta get down to business because I'm ready. And you
Listen.
let him know, not there, to your left, to your right, slower, faster. Ooh, speed.
Yeah, no teeth. Okay, no to keep the teeth away.
Who got time for teeth?
Nails gotta be clean and short. Listen.
Don't be nibbling on y'all like that. That be happening?
Age, think about it. At my age,
I thought we were telling y'all don't use teeth.
Oh no.
Goes both ways.
Some
Okay.
of them don't have a clue what they're doing.
Talk about chew, but eat so no could chew. No.
Pop out a video. I said, that's how it's done, boo.
Listen, do what you gotta do. But I didn't. Phobie biting y'all? You ever heard of that, George? You ever heard of that?
And that is
bro.
why you have to make sure that you are talking. That's why you have to make sure that this is something you have to know your partner, and then know communication. You're gonna be like, yo, if you can't keep it 100, we ain't gonna work. Because I'm gonna keep it 100% of the time. If you can't handle that, then
Imperial said it. He said, listen, men need to be receptive also, because if we're going to be honest with them,
then
it's an eager thing for them, like, oh, yeah, she come talk, but me can't do nothing. Oh. And that's why some women also don't talk, because the first thing the man is
True.
going to say, oh, a bad girl that, oh, she come talk to me, I come tell me, say, oh, me a done. You know, the other woman, them tell me, say, yes, they're not going to say anything to you because they're afraid of you. But boo boo, Tracy is going to tell you that, those women are scared of you. I'm not. So that's the whole thing. Some women are so afraid because the men go in and they have this bad man vibe. So she's so scared to talk to him. And she's afraid that he's going to call her names and he's going to think of her a certain way. Think about it, whatever you want to think, boo boo, but hey, you ain't going to walk out here with me.
Let him. We have to empower women to that degree to let them know that, listen, it's okay. Let him think whatever, let him feel whatever, but you don't have to be in a negative equation when it comes to your sexuality. Like,
right.
You can have a good partner all around. I don't even understand this guy. Well, he does other things.
And then when I go to work, I'm grumpy with the students. Hell no. When I go to work, they're like, Miss James, you're in such a good mood today. What happened? You don't want me to tell you, baby. So you want to go to the bathroom? Take 5 minutes. It's okay.
It makes the world a better place.
Do you see why we have so many miserable women at church? Do you see why all those deaconesses, they be miserable? They don't want to tell nobody good morning, no happy, nothing.
Well, that's because of their husband. That's because of their first husband. I'm gonna say that right now. Is the first husband they got, they can't have sex with. That's who's ruining them. Remember, their first husband is Jesus. Ain't none of these women had sex with Jesus yet. So they have not had their opportunity.
Talking about that, I remember before I got baptized, I had this discussion with my pastor. And you can tell that I'm not afraid to talk about anything. I said to him, okay, I'm not married right now. My husband and I are separated. I have a little boom boom partner on the side.
Hey.
Now, how am I going to please myself when I get baptized? Because what do you think about masturbation? And, we talk about these things. And he was like, that is between you and your Jesus. I can't tell you what to do to not, please yourself. And I respected the fact that he was honest with me, because he could tell me from Genesis to Revelation, but when Tracy needs to release, I will release and pray about it. And while I'm releasing, I'm like, Father God, you know why. You know why I'm not a virgin. I got to. Please forgive me. And I go back tomorrow even after I ask for forgiveness.
You're already forgiven. What are we talking about? You're already forgiven.
So what does the Bible say about masturbation?
I have no clue. Please, I don't want to know. Because I'm going to sin. I don't want to know.
All right. So I'll ask Pastor Rochelle on the
Rochelle don't want to talk about this.
Don't tell me.
Rochelle has her blind spots she likes to keep.
Okay, first of all, I am not the one to be going to about this, because I'm like, Tracy, I never seen that in the Bible. I never heard Jesus tell nobody don't do it. It's not in the commandment, so I don't know. So I'm going to keep it as it is.
I never heard of it either. So I've
heard of it, but I ain't saying nothing. Bible.
Oh, really? All right.
But I ain't saying nothing. I ain't about that life. So why would I rain on your parade?
And we know that older people in the church, they tend to say certain things sometimes. And because of that, we don't express ourselves. We save ourselves for our husbands. But guess what? When we do get our husbands, we don't please them either, because the first thing we're thinking, oh, this is not of Christ. I'm supposed to only have sex for procreation. And
who told you that lie?
No,
that's what the Bible said.
I have a girlfriend who said that.
So
she doesn't please her husband, and her husband looked at me one day and said, "Oh, all these, Tracy, they're to sweep your womb." I'm like, what? I had to tell my mother. I said, "Mommy, the man, the big deacon in a church, he wasn't a deacon. What the higher position?
Elder.
I said, Mommy, hear what the man tell me. Said, this is the womb room. I'm like,
So wait. So the wife doesn't sweep.
I don't know what she does. I don't know if she does.
You got me tied up. Wife doesn't please the husband.
Listen, I didn't stop to hear anything. I was so shocked.
Once she heard that,
I was so shocked because I was in the pharmacy. I'm like, okay, have a good day.
Done.
So now we got that out the way. Womb broom.
Okay, so when men have mustache, they call it womb broom.
You got to keep a little bit on there. You got to keep a little on the top.
Oral sex.
Even a little bit down here.
Who do you have as friends? Certainly not Rochelle.
Me and my friends don't have these conversations, friend.
Why am I getting all the?
Did you go to school in the Caribbean?
But Tracy, hold on.
Grade,
please remember too that in the Caribbean, it was a big stigma
it's
around
brooms
Right?
don't be.
It was,
They
but
don't
they
talk
still
about
talk
womb
about-
brooms.
Even though it was a stigma, they would admit it, but they would talk about it. They would.
They
call
tell you
it.
don't go down. That's what they tell you in the Caribbean.
Exactly.
Don't go
Like
down.
where you
No
from?
nyam the pum pum.
Exactly.
But then
Where
they're the
you
ones
come from?
devouring it in the back. So I
That's
don't.
what
Anybody
I've
who say
been
that,
heard.
I don't be trusting.
Ah.
That's
Okay,
what-
they be dangerous. They be the dangerous one.
That's what
Okay.
I've been hearding. That's what I've been hearding. So all right. So
Oh God,
these
Andre
guys-
don't know what to say.
yeah. Y'all got some vocabularies. I don't know what books y'all read. I need to be catching up because
have a-
Rochelle come on here with her own words. Now you what you had a facial whatever you just said,
A J show.
vajacial, womb
Bro.
room.
You gotta get those, man. The male version.
I'm about to say I don't
The
have
male
vajacial.
version. You can't
Dude,
get one
I
of
got
those. I hope not.
Clippers. I got clippers, man. I don't need no wax.
It's not the same thing.
I don't care. Like,
Not the same thing.
what you telling me that for? I got a clipper, and when it get bushy, I shave it down. That's it.
Listen.
You- wax hurt, dude. Wax
I
hurt.
mean, kinda.
I don't need to be that beautiful. Mm-mm.
Listen.
It's fine.
The person that
Well, you know what? He's married. Maybe he doesn't need to be that beautiful, but some women like it that beautiful.
Okay.
So, different.
Dude, it's
I
cool.
was about to say it's not about you. That when we do what we do, sometimes it's not about us. But we go for it because we want to please you. So sometimes
Exactly.
it's not
Stop
about
being
us.
selfish. Try something once. Try a new thing once. Don't tell you
How
have
about
to do it every day.
That's a whole heap of pain. I'll be seeing y'all
No.
when y'all do your
Let me
eyebrows.
tell you, at the end of that,
It's not the same
day-
thing.
Oh,
Bro,
What?
it's not the same thing. It's not. Like, I honestly, when I went there, I was like, I am going to die because, you know, certain areas are sensitive on us. It is just what it is.
Damn right. All of
It's
that
not, it wasn't,
is.
listen, I was terrified. It was worse in my head than it actually was. It was.
Whatever, nigga.
Listen, but bro, the feel. Listen to me.
I like you guys. I like.
Listen to me. Listen to me. Let me tell you. The feel after that is done.
Uh-huh.
Bro, the feel after that is done.
Uh-huh.
Like that next week and a half.
Uh-huh. When the itching start, because it's
No,
going back.
no, no, bro.
David called-
That is what you get with clippers. That's not what you get after that. So
Wait,
No,
so when
no,
you
no.
wax it, don't come back?
Clippers don't do itch.
When
Clippers
you
do.
wax it, don't come back?
Soft and smooth and curly.
Listen,
Hold up. So that's what Michael did while his hair was soft and smooth and straight?
I don't know.
no, but I'm telling you, the sensory, the tactile, the feel of that area after that gets done, bro.
That's because you done ripped all the damn nerves straight out and
Ooh.
new ones came. That's what the
Okay,
hell
Listen,
happened.
Andre, don't
Whatever.
knock it. Andre, don't
Everything
knock
you
it.
thought-
Everything you thought you liked goes up a
Yeah.
good 25-30%.
Sure. Guys told me that they like getting fingered too. That's why Rochelle got something in her room for them. I ain't with it. I
Rochelle,
ain't
come on,
with
speak the
it.
truth, shame the devil.
I ain't with it. I ain't with it.
how is my name being called? on this
He's like, I told you that in confidence.
I am
No.
dead.
Nope. She said it on the show. She said, if my man gets she said let me bring it down. She said if her man is into, she will strap it on for him.
If that's what he's into, I
Listen,
never said I do it.
If that is
said
what
if
he's into,
that-
I cannot judge a man. I cannot judge a man.
I
I'm
never
not judging
said-
him.
I never
But
said
that
I
is
do
not
that.
the same.
I said I will do what it takes. I never said
Uh-huh.
I
You don't have
got
nothing to
to.
defend Rochelle. Don't let him throw you into that
Thank
bus.
you, Tracy. Thank you, Tracy.
Tracy,
Thank
what you
you,
say?
Tracy.
The
She
loser
lost off
for
of
you.
you. Yes. Yes.
First of
To
all,
lose
Andre
what?
made up all of that. Andre created that example. I said I will do what I need to do to please my partner. Andre added up what he
No,
wanted to
you
put into
said
that.
go back,
If I
Tracy.
got him want him
Tracy.
not getting, please.
Tracy.
What
Go
she
and
said?
check out our episodes, please, because she said it. I did not put words in her mouth, right? I am almost an elder. I'm not
First of all,
and lying.
listen here, Tracy. I see you here, and I see you projecting shame. There is no shame in anybody's game. There is just
Hell
what
yeah.
it is that they into.
I ain't gonna let you
Listen,
pop
that's
that over
fine.
here.
That's fine. I'm
You know
I'm
what?
saying to you to
Imperial
try the
Majesty.
wax. I ain't telling you to have nobody stick nothing in you. I'm just saying to try the wax. That I'm recommending. I recommend that to any dude. That right there, woo!
Put
Listen,
it on your
Imperial
face.
listen.
Majesty.
You mess around. You mess around. Let your wife see that, boy. You mess around. Let your wife see that. You gonna see a different creature, and you gonna like the creature you see.
And you're gonna
You gonna
thank us.
like the creature you see.
Thank us.
Even if you do it once a year, it don't have to be something that's regular. You can do it once a year for your birthday. Do it for your birthday. When your birthday? June? When your birthday?
It ain't ever coming because I ain't doing that. Look, man.
Listen, I'm telling you. That is a bonus.
You're
That is
right, because when he strips and I see him nice and clean, I am like,
Hold up. So I always grew up hearing y'all like hairy men,
Who told you
chest
that?
hairs,
No, we never
and
let-
all
we never
these
tell you
things.
that.
What? This
No,
is modern
That's
woman
what hairy
thing
men
going
like
on
to
here.
say.
I don't like feeling hair in my mouth. You notice that?
Hairy men like to say that.
I keep doing
Women
this.
don't like
I
hairy
don't
men.
like to feel hair in my mouth.
Women don't like hairy
Why
men.
would I want?
Listen, I'm just telling y'all what I heard. That's what I heard. Y'all
No,
like
I hear you. It's a
was-
lie.
You're right. That was then.
It's a lie. It's a
That
lie.
was then. But we
Uh-huh.
are evolving now. When it comes to
Uh,
sexuality, we have changed so much, because
Please.
back then, women, you couldn't touch a man's rear.
Say that again, Tracy. Say that
Before,
again.
you couldn't touch a man's behind. Now you're giving him the gluck, and you can touch it, and he doesn't have a problem. I've never
That's
done
the
it, but
same thing I'm talking about.
that's what
You
I'm
just
saying.
lost
Things are
off of
changing.
Rochelle for that. Now you telling me that's cool?
No, I'm just saying these are things that are happening.
What she's saying
I
is times have
personally
changed.
done it, but people are evolving.
I'll tell you this.
And Imperial, your Highness, you said something. You said I was shaming, and I must agree with you. I did.
Ain't no shame in here. Ain't no shame in my game. Let me tell you something.
I did.
Yo! If you've ever had that salad toss,
That's not what we talking about.
Don't go there.
That's not what we talking about.
That's what we talking about, because that's what preps the plate.
All right. So fine.
That's what preps the plate. Clean the plate.
Let's talk about getting your salad tossed. I'm sure you're talking about the rump, right?
Yes.
So you kiss your girl after she done toss your salad.
Why not? It's my salad.
Your salad.
So wait. So
My salad.
The two of you have shit mouth.
My salad and my
You don't
plate
bake.
is
You
always
don't bake,
clean.
Andre. You don't bake. You don't
Listen me, and listen me clearly, please. Let me say it in Queen's English. Batty is only to shit.
Listen.
Batty is only to shit.
Andre, this is now 2022. We're not even in 2021.
Don't even
anymore.
listen to Andre. Don't even listen to Andre about this thing, because if it's the same energy, if you're gonna put that energy on Batty, it's the same energy you have to put on vagina, because it's just for waste excrement too.
No.
What's urine?
No.
What's urine? What's urine?
No.
Urine is waste. Try drinking it.
Listen here. Listen here.
shower.
That's different. I ain't doing that. I ain't about that.
Jesus. That's what they
So everybody
dog
have their
one
own,
come
like,
to.
no, we're not doing that. No, we're not doing that. No, we're not doing that. So how are you gonna learn? I thought you gentlemen said you were listening to learn so you can be better. But you the very advice that you're giving the men are the very advice that you're not doing at this moment. The women are
So-
speaking and you men are not listening. And that's the
You
problem.
men.
Well, you
So-
just said you're not doing no golden shower. Andre said he don't want us no salad. That's the same thing. If
Listen.
your woman tell you that's what I want, or if or if it's leading there and you're like, no.
Nah, listen. Listen. I do not know what's the word I'm looking for. I know there's some people who have different concepts and things that they find pleasurable. That's fine. I don't know what you could find pleasurable about having someone urinate on you, or what you would find pleasurable about urinating on someone. My brain ain't there. I don't get it. Same for shitting. I don't understand what would be exactly same thing. I don't understand what would be so pleasurable about taking a number 2 on somebody, or letting somebody take a number 2 on you. Ain't nobody doing all of that. So
Oh, Andre's done. Andre has to.
Yeah,
So
the
if you
the
look at
listeners
me,
can't see
listen.
what's going on.
If you look at me and tell
on my
me
face.
that is something that you need in your life, I will tell you, thank you very much for your honesty. I will see you around. I wish you all the best.
So wait, so Tracy, she sounds as though this golden shower thing
Tracy
is
like
a
to pick on
thing.
people.
So Tracy,
I've
could
never
you?
done it. I've never done it. But
You had
I
it done to you?
No, I have close. I'm very open. I have very close friends, and
You gotta watch
they said
Rochelle. You know, Rochelle might be the one.
Huh?
We'll get to her.
She might be the one. On people left and right.
Listen, I keep telling people that this is my favorite. This is my favorite topic. Next to talking about duppy. So I talk to older people, younger
Oh
people.
Lord, we gotta have her back to talk to Ali.
And I like to hear their experiences and why they do the things they do. So I'll ask questions. There's no shame in asking.
Nope.
And if I'm dating someone, I ask, what are you into? Because if he's into things that I'm not into, then I let him know that, hey, that's not me. You know what I'm
Fair
saying?
enough.
Don't surprise me in the bedroom. We're there, and then you start to show me.
Be like, right there. Ah.
Exactly. So what are you into, boo boo? Tell me, and I'll be like, no.
That's a lot. But I still think you should, have the garden tossed up a little bit. Thank me later.
Rochelle, was Mike right? You are over here golden showering everywhere like the raindrops falling.
I just love how I am the scapegoat tonight. I love that.
It's not a scapegoat. It's a question.
No, hey, everything. I'm the scapegoat. No.
That's why I'm asking y'all then.
However, if my husband says to me, baby, tonight, shower me. God say he gonna shower us with blessing. I gonna shower my husband.
Man would never come.
What? Wait, what you said? You said man would never come? What do you mean by that, Tracy?
It wouldn't come. My vagina has a little pride. And I won't.
You will be able to do it.
The pee won't come.
So here's my thing, right? Where are you going to pee on these people? Because when me go in the urinal, in there stink like ammonia sometimes. So when you and your partner decide you don't want to pee on one another, are you doing that in the bed?
I don't know.
I've never done it, so I don't know.
You're asking the wrong one. I guess so.
Again, you're asking
Golden
people who have never
showers
done
people.
it. However, I'm guessing wherever the act is gonna take place, That's where the shower is gonna take place as
Listen,
well.
we all got washing machines.
You can't wash your mattress.
Well, you
It has
better
a
put
cover on it,
plastic.
actually.
Put plastic, exactly. We'll cover it up or something.
I have a
much
cover
work.
that water does not get through, but I'm not doing
Too
that.
much work. Well, you used to piss in your bed. Is that what's going on?
No,
I'm joking.
you just hold it.
I'm joking, man.
Hater.
Well, you
No.
doing golden showers. Now I get
I
it.
haven't, and I have no interest in it. I have no. I just it's and maybe I need to evolve my thinking. I just think of that as almost like spitting on someone. It's not something you do.
That's excrement.
You know, it's that's how I look at it. But some people are into that. I'm like, how you gonna let somebody just spit in your mouth? Does that make sense? Spit on your face. I've seen some stuff. She knows it's out there.
See, that's because you keep watching these X-rated stuff, man.
I do.
Look,
No.
come on.
I do. I gotta know what's out here in these
Yo,
streets.
man.
I gotta stay on the cutting edge. But
Andre,
I
I
can.
can tell you something. I have a friend, and we were talking about oral sex, and I'm like, I don't like those nasty when they have all this spit and stuff. And she's like, no, you gotta do it nasty. You gotta. I'm like, whoa! Hell
No, some people like that. Some people don't. It depends. Some guys are into that. Some aren't. You don't like the sloppy? Some people live for the mess. I don't. I can't. Let me find out Andre's a prude.
Very much so. You guys are blowing my mind here.
I did not know you were so conservative. Ladies,
did not
ladies.
see my face. Y'all are blowing
You know
my
what?
mind
Andre
with some of
can't
these
be our
things.
friend.
I am a saved man.
Let me tell you
Oh,
something.
God.
Those are the biggest freaks.
Listen.
That's
right?
number one.
Listen
That's
here.
number one. Any man that talking about he's super safe,
We gonna find out.
That's the
We
one that
gonna
wants the
find out.
shower. That's the one that wants the rainbow. That's the one that wants the fellatio. That's the one
We
that wants
gonna find out. Acting like he all conservative and whatever. The things this man be asking me to do. Listen.
well, when you find out, I will find out, my brother.
I ain't gonna say nothing. I'm gonna be like, I always knew it. That's all I'm gonna say. I told y'all.
Oh
You know
man,
what? I like you guys. One of these days, we all need to meet with our partners, and we need to have these adult, very transparent conversations, because too often, and I'm going to tell you this, Andre, you are one of those very conservative person, and I don't know if you have little things that you would like to experience, but when you start talking to people who share similar experiences or who are doing things that you would like to do, you'd be surprised to be like, oh shit, I want to try that.
I'm trying to get him to get his salad
To
tossed.
America, I'm like, I've heard people talk about anal sex. I'm like, I would never do that. Oh, no. And
Have you tried
all
it?
of my co-workers were doing it.
Have you
All of
tried it?
them. And I'm like, maybe I should try it. I'm
Did
not
you?
gonna do it.
Inquiring minds would like to know. Have you?
I do have that type of mind.
But have you done it?
I tried, but let me tell you, I got nowhere. I was like, I
Denied.
can't swim, and I was diving off the bed like, shoo.
Rochelle, any confessions for you?
My confession is that I am just like Tracy, where a lot of my friends are just like going crazy about it. They're like, it's the best thing since sliced bread. One of my girlfriends, she was like, she had an orgasm for like 3 days. It was so good.
I need to try it.
Listen,
Yeah,
okay. So I'm gonna
but
help
it's
you
not
out.
for me, boo. It's not
Hold
for me.
up. So y'all were just complaining about the man beating up vagina, and the vagina is built to take a pounding. The area of the rump, the area of your body that isn't meant for entrance, That is where you guys are having so much fun. Listen, to me.
These women,
Sometimes-
my friends, they love it.
Also, is an erogenous zone. And if okay, so
Even
I
for
don't know if
men.
think about it. You're pleasing your wife, right? You're having oral sex, and you have one finger while your mouth is there. You have your finger in her, and then another finger back there. Trust me, you are going to send her to cloud 12. Try it.
That is true.
Right. That's
That
not
is
cloud
true.
9. That's cloud 2.
That is definitely a cheat code that I have employed on many an occasion. That is true.
Put it in there, boo.
That is true. Listen, bro. Here's what it is, right? Here's the truth. There is that is the
we are
strongest.
not releasing this episode
Yes.
for my wife to listen to.
Listen,
Oh, because you don't want
that is listen. The anus is really it's a part of the body that is a very strong concentration of nerve endings. So it's as much as it can be painful, it can be pleasurable. It's all a matter of how you approach it. So, ladies, if you're interested in doing this, you know there are trainers out there, right? There are these devices you can get. They're different in sizes, and you can practice. You ain't got to go all the way the first time. Take your time. Play around for about a good 6 months because it's a lot. It's
and
a
they
lot.
do have those numbing gels, whatever.
Yes, they have Anal Ease. Anal Ease is one of the top. Is one of the top brands for that.
I know because I was selling those things, so I know.
You see my name? You see my name? You see my name?
Yeah.
I have to know. I have to know. I have to know. I can't. I have to know. So get the Adam and Eve. Great store. Great website.
The
Adam
people
and
who
Eve.
sell apple juice.
I'm going on it right now.
No,
The people who sell apple juice.
Adam and Eve, man. Adam and Eve. It'll change your life.
Adult toy under no apple juice.
They might have an apple juice product in there. I don't know.
I'm talking about apple and Eve. No, but I'm joking.
Listen, ladies. So Rochelle will be honest. I think Tracy will be too. You guys have had your salads tossed, yes?
Yes.
Was it a pleasurable experience?
Oh Jesus!
Amazing. It was amazing.
I just really, I would like to submit to the jury.
Listen, in
Don't
Jamaica,
sneak up on your partner and do it though. Don't sneak up on your partner and do it though.
No. Sometimes
in Jamaica, when we want to disrespect someone, we say "go nyam shit."
That ain't got nothing to do with that.
Can I confess something to you?
Please.
Well, I've only been with Jamaican men. So you
no.
I've only been
We're not gonna let you put that out in the universe.
Yes.
We gotta protect
the lie.
Protect the culture.
Listen, I have a cousin, and let me tell you this right now. She dated a guy, and she said, no, not my cousin. My sister was confessing to me the other day, and she said to me, she's younger. She thinks she's 28, 29. And she said to me, oh, you know what? This guy asked me to strap on and do that to him, but he's not gay. I'm like, somebody said, what you mean?
Yes, he is.
What you
yes,
mean?
he is.
He said,
not necessarily.
I should do it to him because his ex did it and he enjoyed it, but he's not gay. So he
Listen
would have
here.
a guy do it, but he wants me to. So I said, did you do it? She said, hell yes, I did.
How dare them even to challenge
You know how
me?
many women have been waiting for an opportunity to do that to men?
Rochelle is waiting right now.
Who's the bitch?
Whose bunkie is it? Whose bunkie is it?
I'm gonna tell you a true story.
Oh.
So I was on this dating website
Which
several
one?
years ago. And
Okay.
listen. And I met this guy, handsome guy, engineer. He's not Jamaican. I won't tell you what ethnicity he was.
Why
right?
not?
But okay, so he was Indian, right? From India.
Okay.
And this man went down a rabbit hole that I don't think I ever want to go back down.
How did what? Please define.
He wanted me to strap on.
Mm.
He was going to wear tampons. He is into cockhold. If you ever know what that is, if you don't know what that is, then y'all
I know what
need
that
to
is.
What
go
is that? What is
Google.
that?
So literally,
Watching
you put your-
somebody else.
Yes, but there's actually a device that you literally lock your
Oh,
penis in.
that thing. They have those on Adam and Eve.
So literally, you cannot get an erection. If you try to get an erection, it literally hurts. And then you watch your partner have different partners. And he was into, and I was just like, what? Yes, sir. But that was definitely.
Look at her face. Look at her.
So there are people out there that is what they want. That's what they want. That's
No,
what
there's some people who are into that. Listen,
Yeah.
you would be
Tracy
surprised
out
what
here
people are
thinking-
into.
Yep.
Tracy out here thinking she a freak. Look at her face.
Audrey, thank you for reading me because I'm like,
Oh my God.
Listen, see, y'all need to hang out more.
Rochelle, you've been holding.
Y'all ain't allowed around my wife. I'm telling y'all this right. Rochelle,
Significant
you ain't
other.
allowed around my
me
wife,
bring
Rochelle.
her out on a girls' night.
Don't worry, she doesn't know me.
Listen, Rochelle gonna tell
Bring
Mrs.
her around me and Tracy.
Rochelle gonna tell the missus, and y'all gonna know when he been caught up because he gonna show up on this thing talking about no, I've been changed.
Brand new.
Andre, start talking with a higher tone, higher.
Exactly.
Why
Hey,
you
y'all
up
gonna
there?
have ain't nobody gonna get me from down here and make me know Michael. Ain't nobody.
Listen,
Nobody.
bro, I'll tell you. Just get the salad tossed once.
Listen here, man.
One time.
Listen.
You ain't nothing to be
here.
ashamed of. Listen, you ain't dirty. That's what I know. So you know how to wash your behind, right?
Yes, very
Okay.
much so.
So if you know how to wash your behind, that means it's clean. So if
Yeah.
it's clean, it can be visited. No one's saying to stick nothing in there. Why are you so scared?
Listen here.
Well, to be honest with you, I will not toss any salad. I will give them my salad.
How dare you come
Listen.
in telling me, but you don't. You here calling me conservative and you there holding back.
Listen, no, Tracy, you got to toss a salad or two in your life. You
No,
must.
okay. First of all, I have
You
a very
must.
sensitive stomach.
What I got to do?
You
to-
have to swallow.
can't
You don't
look
have
at
to
my-
swallow.
just the
You don't
thought-
have to swallow.
Just the thought of
Where's the flavor?
so
No. You know what it is? I'm gonna help you out there. See,
Yes.
y'all been out here
Stop
in these
digging the
streets.
hole.
Y'all been out here in these streets messing around with people who aren't necessarily sanitary.
who? That's
I'm
what
just
happened to
saying.
one.
Listen, if you down there, you should not be offended. That person should be clean.
No, I told you. I
No.
have a very sensitive stomach. Like I can't eat certain meat.
Me too.
Like, I
Me
don't
too.
eat beef. I don't eat
Me too.
pork.
Me
I don't
too.
eat fatty.
You ain't
Batty hole.
Denied.
Listen,
I don't do the
Me
batty
too.
hole.
she
Me
gonna do
too.
it.
Me
I'm
too.
not worried about Tracy. Tracy gonna find herself somebody one of these days, and she gonna tear them up. And she
Nah, I
gonna
don't
come
do
back
that.
here and she
No,
gonna say,
I
"Listen,
will-
guys."
I will do the other one, but I don't think I'll do that.
She like, I grabbed him and I did him in, and all I heard from him was,
You ain't gonna be coming up on here and singing Is Imperial. Your days of singing is over. Don't come up here singing.
Don't. Rochelle, do they go to your church?
No,
Oh, because I'm like, I've never
No.
seen them at your
he
church.
doesn't go to church anymore.
I don't want church no more.
Michael he doesn't believe in Jesus.
I'm atheist.
You're an atheist now?
That's the best way to describe me in a word.
Oh, okay. All right.
I'm
So
atheist.
we'll have another. You'll host another podcast on this.
Who, me?
On what? On what?
I'm just saying he's atheist or whatever it is.
Oh,
July.
that's something to think about. We could
We're
So
already.
this podcast is basically surrounded.
I'm waiting for Tracy's war story. That's what I'm waiting for. She gonna be like, I caught one. I put it on him,
Actually,
and he was like,
right
"This
now,
woman's wild. This
no,
woman's
there's one right now. I'm
wild."
so mesmerized, and I'm not gonna do it.
The younger guy there?
Yes.
How old
Where's he? Where? Who?
She got a younger guy. She said it.
Where's he?
earlier.
Where's he?
Much younger, just 4 years.
How
But
old is he?
we don't know what that means. That's not younger, really.
Right, not younger. 'Cause
Relative
I'm
to
still
age.
older, man. I'm 46. He's 42.
Oh, that's younger,
But then he
literally.
was-
But that's
and you know
saying.
what? When we started dating, he was 38.
But you're in
Oh,
the
so y'all
same
been
neighborhood.
together for 4 years.
But let
Funny.
me tell you,
Off and on, off and on.
huh?
Off and on for like 4 years.
We're always on.
Oh.
Homeboy's doing his thing.
But let me tell you.
Look,
I'm
her
not
eye
talking
dropped.
that.
You
I'm
see
not-
her eye dropped?
Bossy.
Listen,
I don't
listen.
think it's wrong. What did you say?
Your eye told everything. One of your eyes just turned lazy out the blue.
Listen, give him
But
that
yeah.
credit. He been taking care of you. Just
Yeah.
clean the
No,
plate up
well,
one time, son.
No, I don't think he'll ever toss. Well, you know what? I don't know. Let me ask him later on.
So here's my rule, right? As a rule, this is my rule. How I roll. I never ask anybody to do something I'm not willing to do. That's how I
never
roll.
asked. You're right. I never asked.
So-
It just get done, and I'm like, oh, I act shocked.
But if I let you do something to me, please understand that means you getting that too. Fair is fair.
Do you have a brother?
Older, yeah, I do.
Oh, snap.
Single?
I don't know what my brother is.
He's a okay. Let's leave it alone. Let's leave it alone.
But my brother
I
Rex
don't
lies.
think you ain't ready for Earth. You ain't ready for Earth.
He different. He different.
Yo, listen here. If it's one thing I've learned, is that this man right here, his Imperial, is a problem.
I'm not a pro.
And Earth is worse. A problem.
I like
You
problems.
ain't ready, honey.
That's why
You ain't
I'm
ready.
a special ed teacher. I love problems. I know how to deal with problems.
Listen, Earth ruins lives.
Right, Rochelle?
Listen,
That's why we
Earth
are.
gonna make you quit your job.
Earth ruins lives. He doesn't mean to. It is not his intention. Earth ruins lives.
A true Earth never meet me at Rochelle yet, man.
See, that's your woman's problem.
Listen,
But
All
remember
y'all
this, right?
think-
Remember this conversation. Because the world is very interesting. It's very interesting.
You're right. You're right.
If I should so happen to run into you at a family function in a couple of years with your head wrap,
You've been asking me, Tracy, why are you bald?
with your head wrap, sitting nice and docile in the corner.
Not me. Never.
That's what you say now. Earth ruins lives. You will not be the same creature. You will not be the same creature.
Y'all have me getting
You know what?
COVID
That's a challenge I feel like I
on
wanted
this
to.
podcast.
Nah, he's a beautiful being. My brother definitely has influenced my development.
Oh,
And he's older than me. He's 48.
okay.
He's older than me. But
Where are you, Tracy? You in New York?
Yes, I am here in the Boogie Down.
Boogie
oh, you in the
down.
Bronx? Which part?
I am, what you call it? Uptown, Baychester area.
Mhm.
My old stomping grounds.
That's right around the corner from Earth. We shall
He ain't
get
there.
you.
He ain't there no more. No, don't listen to Andre. He in Pennsylvania now.
Earth is in,
Oh, he
Earth
moved.
is in the Bronx.
Oh, God.
He's in Pennsylvania. He's in Pennsylvania.
Oh.
He's in the Pocono Mountains, relaxing.
Oh.
You don't matter. That's just an hour and a half drive. Anybody got this?
Yes.
as Rochelle would say, it does not matter. It does
doesn't
not
Doesn't
matter.
matter.
It doesn't matter.
Listen, I already peeped Rochelle's energy. Rochelle is probably taking a 5 to 8 hour drive before. So
Oh, you saying she's the one that wears the Pampers? That's what she's saying.
I mean, I don't think so, but
I don't know. Look at
she
her
is
face.
taking a road
Look at
trip
her
to collect
face.
some stuff.
Look at her face. She's
I mean,
like,
if it's worth it,
Worth it.
She's done it. Not if it's you've done it. You've done it.
listen, I told you I only do the best. Like I don't accept anything less. Like if I go to the supermarket to get groceries, I'm not leaving with gasoline. I'm gonna leave with some groceries. So that's what I'm about.
Listen, and ain't nothing wrong with them road trips. Ain't nothing wrong. I commend, applaud, encourage warriors of this capacity to be like, I will drive half a day to get my frontal messed up.
But remember, it ain't gonna be for no 2 minutes. It ain't gonna be no for no 5 minutes. I'll be trying again later. Nah.
It's gonna be whatever it's gonna be. I'm just saying it's gonna be a good time.
I
But
will take my 5 minutes. I don't have much oxygen. I am
efficiency.
efficient. Thank you.
I got nothing to prove. I'm old. You think I got time? I got nothing to prove.
I'm sorry. I'm greedy. One is just the start. The second one is just the warm up. The third one
You ain't
is
had
just
one of these.
Okay.
You saying that because you ain't had one of these. That's why you're talking all that mess. You ain't had no energy left.
What are you? That's when I become energized. You never had one of these. That's your problem.
So
You
guys,
never had one of
I
these.
make sure I keep these things right next to my bed.
Listen,
Because
she talking all that mess because she ain't had her soul snatched yet. When your soul gets snatched, this one's gonna be.
Let me tell you, I remember one day my sister video called me and she was like, Tracy, why you look so gray? Tracy, why you look so gray? You need to call the ambulance. I just I was in
Knocked
heaven.
out and sleep for the next 3
I
hours.
was in heaven, and I honestly had to call the ambulance. And
Listen,
I'm not doing it again.
Tracy ain't had a soul snatch. She talking about now. That's just the beginning because you ain't get hit by your tidal wave yet. That's all.
I don't want to. With that soul snatching, I don't want to be hit by
Listen, you want the tsunami to hit you and just put you to bed. Boom. Wake up in the morning and be like, what you want for breakfast?
Yeah, I'm doing that. I'm like, just choose, baby. Here's the menu. Pick.
what?
And I walk into work and they're looking at me like,
Listen, there's no greed when your soul gets snatched because you're completely satisfied. There's no I want more. When you're sated, you're sated.
Oh, you say Rochelle lying, bro? You say Rochelle
No,
lying?
I'm sure she's enjoying herself because women are capable of multiple rounds.
I am just saying, I am the greedy one. I am the one that get energized. I'm the one that make you sleep, wake you up, and be like, okay,
you
let's
a
go
succubus
again.
then. You was a vampire. You
I
literally
am.
like
I
to
suck your
suck
soul.
people's life energy.
Your whole soul.
You have
Body.
white liver.
Body.
White liver.
Body.
hey,
okay.
Andre,
I've never met.
Rochelle not get the right one yet. For knock her out.
That's all.
Why.
But it's good.
Tracy, I'm telling you. It don't like I become energized. I always want more. Always.
Don't worry yourself. I am going to call Earth when I'm done. And tell him. But yeah, to our topic. Men who can satisfy.
We gotta be Earth's PR.
My brother gonna be like, get off my phone.
Okay, so Rochelle, the onus is on us to educate these men when they come with their bull crap.
Yes.
Facsimile.
Listen, baby, you're not it. So
Facsimile.
you're not going to be tagged. You're not it.
Facsimile.
And we have to let them know. But this morning when I was telling my friend, like, yo, you gotta learn to. I want to sit.
Mm.
And he's like, oh, I said, baby, first, and I'm showing him the things. So I'm like, this is what you need to do. And I'm demonstrating. And he's like, oh, I watch a lot of video. I said, you're watching the wrong videos, baby. Because
But I
don't
thought you
put it on-
just said this guy was rocking your world. How come?
No,
now
she's
you
talking about
like-
the older one. She's talking about the
I'm
one
talking
that's
about the older
50.
guy, that older dude. I
Oh,
was just
okay,
talking to
okay,
him
okay,
about
I got
that.
50 is the new 90.
You ain't rocking nothing. All you do, you're trying to shift me womb. That's all.
That's all they
there's
know.
no value in that. There's no value in
There
that.
is a place for that. There is a
I don't
place for
have
that
that
after
need.
I have gone and exploded, and then things are just so much information coming to my body that I need to be grounded with a little bit of discomfort, just a little bit of discomfort to help navigate all the pleasure that is hitting me at the same time. So that there's a time to introduce a little bit of discomfort. There's a time, but not off bat and not throughout the entire experience. Bro,
We can't hear you, Tracy. Say that again.
Oh, I was just miserable. I said, I don't want no discomfort. I can't deal with it. I have done enough
Oh.
surgeries. I have done enough coughing. I have done enough discomfort. I don't want none when it comes to me being in the bedroom. No.
So
I'm gonna do that out.
you want slow wine and caressing.
Don't listen to
I
that.
Alright.
feel like a fast-
Don't listen to that vagabond. Do not listen to that vagabond. My spirit is telling me there is a being that shows up in Tracy that gets violent. There is a being that shows up in Tracy that gets really violent and aggressive. Don't let her tell you lies.
Well,
But you know
she
what?
can- Go ahead, Rochelle.
No. I was saying, I think there's a time and place for everything. So
Yes.
I think sometimes you want all of that, but sometimes you don't. Sometimes you just want smoothness. Sometimes you just want it hard. So it just depends on the mood, on the mindset. Again, how you were messing
No,
with my
I know
mind
that.
all day leading up
I
to
don't
this.
want none.
There's a point in Tracy's 5 minutes, I promise you, when it gets violent. When she is tearing out your pelvis. If she get on top of you, you in trouble.
Maybe later, would I get violent? But
If this one get on top of you, she gets violent. I'm telling you, when she gets to her place, she gets violent.
well, guys,
Aggression shows up.
guys out there, listen.
Tracy,
and
am I
listen
wrong?
good.
yes,
Okay, thank you. Thank you.
Guys, we are going to have to, I guess, obviously put a video, start doing video,
Hanging
because
with the homies.
half of this experience today was what we are seeing from each other.
you're welcome.
Guys, hopefully the information presented today was beneficial to you. Hopefully,
Yes.
information today was very entertaining to most of you.
Yes, hope so.
And we're gonna
And,
find out Andre gonna get his salad tossed up.
It was
We need to hear,
yeah.
and when he gonna get his, when he gonna get
So,
all
Andre,
his waxing,
please
all
put
the cracks
some of what we
waxed.
said into practice, please.
Ali,
You're
you gonna
married,
cut it
you're
right
legal-
here.
You're legal.